Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Melissa and I post videos about raw vegan stuff. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so happy you're back and I'm so happy we are once again going to spend the whole day together as I show you what I eat in a day as a raw vegan. Today I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm also going to give you a few tips and tricks on how to deal with being vegan in a non-vegan world. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Yay! Okay, so welcome to my breakfast. I'm so happy we're having breakfast together once again. I love you guys. Like, you guys are my friends and I love you guys and I hope you love me too. Okay, so this is my breakfast. I'm gonna show you what it is. It's a bunch of fruits. So I have strawberries, a pear, a kiwi, 2 clementine, a bunch of blueberries, and an apple. So this is like just a whole lot of fruits. So I have fruits on an empty stomach in the morning because for 2 reasons. One of them is that your body absorbs it better if it's an empty stomach. And then the second reason is that when you mix fruits with things that don't digest as quickly, fruits digest really fast. When you mix them with things that don't digest as quickly, the fruits can rot in your belly and that is really yucky. With my breakfast, I'm gonna have this coconut water. So great source of potassium, organic. I get it at Costco because it's cheaper. If you're able to bulk shop, I definitely recommend it because you have a lot of healthy food and it's great. So yeah, after eating this, I wait about an hour and then I have my protein smoothie. So that brings me to my first tip for being vegan in a non-vegan world, which is have a ginormous breakfast. When you have a big breakfast, it's easier because when you finally do leave your house to go run your errands, go to work, do whatever you gotta do, it's easier because it's hard to eat out as a vegan. So having that big breakfast makes it easier because you're already full and then you can bring a couple things with you to keep you full during the day. And then another reason I like to have a big breakfast is that it makes you, it starts the day off with all these nutrients. So a big tip I have for being vegan in a non-vegan world is not to tell people why they should be vegan, but to live your best life, to thrive so that they can see you and then be like, okay, I want to try this. I want to have a little bit more fruits. Because I find when you tell people like, hey, have some more fruits, they're like, what do you mean? I'm so healthy. And like, they know they're not, but it's like an ego thing. So it's better to just lead by example and to trust that everything's going to be revealed to everyone at exactly the right time that they need to hear it. Keep your vibration high and like, hopefully your high vibration helps other people raise their vibration and they're going to be more receptive to, seeing that this is a great way to eat. So that's a big tip I have, is to not go up to people and like be like, this is how you should change your life, and to not come from a place of judgment, but rather to just live in the way that you think is best, live in a way that raises your vibration so high that like people can't help but notice, like, wow, like this, like, she looks amazing, she feels amazing, like I want to try this. So I truly believe that when you live in a way that's like, just like you're raising your vibration and you feel so good and you're taking care of yourself, that truly does raise the vibration of everyone around you. Whereas when you come from a place of judgment and you're like, do this, don't do that, this is how you can be better, you're not your best right now, that's just gonna keep those around you in like whatever pattern they're in. So yeah, and then I just also wanted to touch upon, I do not intermittent fast anymore. So I have 2 reasons. The first is that I think having a big breakfast helps me with being vegan because I get full right away. I'm not having like, I'm good, like I have all these nutrients right away in the morning and I'm not like full of cravings for the rest of the day and like looking at what other people are eating like, oh, I wish I could just go to a restaurant. So yeah, and then the second reason is that as a woman, it's not good for your fertility to intermittent fast. I did it for years and years and years before I found this out. Now I will never do it again. I love my big breakfast. Being raw vegan is the easiest way to lose weight in my in my opinion. Ever since I've been raw vegan, I eat a lot, as you guys could see. I eat a lot, and it's a lot of sugar. Look at this, lots of sugar with my fruit, and I don't gain weight. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make my smoothie soon with you guys, and then we're gonna have lunch and dinner together. So I wait an hour after having my fruits because they are quite filling. I'm gonna have my protein smoothie. So since today my breakfast was like a lot of fruits, I'm not gonna put a lot of fruits in my smoothie. I'm gonna put one banana, and then it's gonna be, it's gonna be more of like a protein rich smoothie than like a fruit rich smoothie. So if you notice, like the days I have less fruit, I put a lot of fruits in my smoothie, if that makes sense. So yeah, I start with one banana and then add some water for the base. Sometimes I do water, sometimes I do coconut water, sometimes I do almond milk. I'm going with water today. Okay, so then I'm gonna add my protein. I use this brand over here. It's called Iron Vegan. It's sprouted protein, so it's raw. And the reason I really like it is that there's no peas in it. As long as peas are tested for heavy metals, that's fine. But from what I know, peas are very likely to have heavy metals in them. And then I think often like they don't test for it. So just in case, I like this brand, especially because there's no peas in it. Okay, so next I put my spirulina. I have spirulina every single day. So I put 2 teaspoons of that. So spirulina is super rich in minerals, antioxidants, and it's a great source of protein. If you like look it up, it looks like there's not that much protein in spirulina, but there actually is because it's more bioavailable. So even though there's less, our body is absorbing more of it. So it's a great source of protein and it's great for you. And we love spirulina. Next, I put my diatomaceous earth. This is an anti-parasitic. I put 2 teaspoons of this. Make sure if you want to introduce diatomaceous earth, you start slow. Like the first time I took it, I took 1/8 of a teaspoon because it is an anti-parasitic, so you want to start super slow. It's made from like the ocean floor. It's super cool. It's a great source of silica, so it makes your hair super healthy. So being vegan, really, raw vegan especially, really helps your hair, and it's thanks to a lot of these things that your hair just looks so like shiny and healthy. Okay, so next I put 2 teaspoons of my sea moss. So again, as you can see, I really like things from the sea. So all 3 of these are from the sea, which is kind of cool. I just realized. Yeah, I just realized that for the first time. So fun. Okay, there you go. So this is just super rich in protein. You can also add hemp hearts, which honestly I feel like doing right now. Just to get a little bit more protein. So I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts. Okay, and then I'm just gonna blend this up, and that's gonna be part 2 of my breakfast. She's all blended up. So that brings me to tip number 3. Let's say you had your breakfast, all of those fruits, and you're like kind of full. You can always just take this, throw it in a mason jar, put a lid on her, and then take it with you like to work or to your errands. And you know, when you get hungry, you have something, you have this super filling protein slash banana slash hemp arts smoothie. Like, it's very filling. So if you bring this with you, it'll definitely help with being vegan in a non-vegan world, because, you know, like I said, like it's like when we get hungry, there's not a lot of, you know, drive-throughs we can go to, especially if we're committed to eating healthy. So bringing this with you is a great while we are on the topic of things I bring with me when I leave the house, depending on how long I leave the house, I bring at least 1 bottle of water, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, but usually like 1 or 2. So today I'm not going to be gone for very long, so I'm going to bring up 1 water bottle. And I add inside the water 2 things. So the first thing is Ionic Elements by Purium. These are trace minerals. You don't have to use this brand. It's kind of pricey, but I just know it's a very good brand. So I just use the trace minerals from this brand. So I put 2 pumps of trace minerals in here. Our water does not have the same amount of minerals it used to have. So I make sure to add minerals in it every single day, at least 2, usually 3 times a day. So the second thing I add is chlorophyll. I put, again, 2 pumps of this. If you've never had chlorophyll, I would put like half a pump, because I've recommended it to some of my friends and they're like, Mel, this is really gross. So just start slow and you'll get used to the taste. Unless you're someone who really likes the taste of green things, I would say just like start slow, but you'll eventually end up loving it. So that's what I have in my water. So yeah, so far my 2 recommendations of what to bring with you is definitely some healthy, good water and the protein shake. Unless you want to have it at home and just be super full at home and then bring like some bars with you. But yeah, you could bring the protein shake with you. I have it at home. And then actually another tip I have is, if you want, you can put a little bit of chia seeds inside your water, like half a teaspoon. So doing this, it'll help you feel full while you're out of the house. And chia seeds are so good for you. They're high in fiber, they're high in protein, they prevent aging, you know, so they're so good for you. So it's great to have them anyway, and they help keep you full. So definitely that's something I recommend if you have trouble with like staying full while you're out of the house. But if you can, I would also recommend just bringing a lot of food with you, and I'll show you soon. You'll see what I bring with me when I leave the house. Okay, welcome to my lunch time. So I'm making my lunch here, but I'm taking it on the go. So I'll show you what it is. I'm gonna make a juice. If you watch my channel, you know I love juices. I'll show you what I'm gonna put in it, okay? So I have 5 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now I have red apples. They're in season. They were at the grocery store. There's actually no other apples at my grocery store right now other than red. So normally I prefer green or like the, I think it's called Cosmic Crisp. Those are amazing. But right now I have these, but they're also delicious and they're going in a juice, so whatever. Next I'm gonna put a whole lot of ginger. So this is like a super good juice for your immune system, because you have the ginger, you have the orange, the lemon, so all the vitamin C, all the good stuff. I'm gonna put 2 lemons, and then I'm gonna put 4 oranges, and then I'm gonna put a cup of mangoes. I'm gonna try to put frozen mangoes in here, so just pray for me that my blender doesn't break. One thing I wanted to say before I make my juice was that I recently asked about what I should do with my orange peels, and an angel came in the comments and told me. So I'm actually gonna be saving my orange peels, and I'll actually also save my lemon peels because I feel like it's the same thing, right? Anyway, I'm gonna be saving them, and I'm gonna put them in a jar with vinegar, and then I'm gonna leave them in the cupboard for 6 weeks. Then I'm gonna drain it and put it in a spray bottle, and basically I'm gonna be able to clean my kitchen with this amazing like vinegar citrusy potion. So yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for this suggestion. I love you. So yeah, if you guys want to try it out, that's what I just want to share with everyone. So yeah, let's get started and let's start juicing. Hi, okay, so my camera died about 4 times while I was trying to film this, so we'll see. Okay, so here's the juice. So I put, it's about this much juice and then about this much coconut water. So I emptied one of these guys in there. I find the coconut water is super nice in this juice, especially since we put a lot of ginger. It helps, like, you know, balance that out, and it also makes the juice super refreshing. So this is what I said before, that an angel came in my comments and told me what I should do with my orange peels. So I put my orange peels and my lemon peels in 2 jars, filled them up with vinegar, and then in 6 weeks I'm going to drain it and I'm going to put it in a spray bottle. I'm going to use it to clean my kitchen. Vinegar is antibacterial, so it's a great cleaning product, and then mixing it with these yummy citrusy fruits makes it taste so good. Okay, so what else? This is what I'm bringing with me. So I'm bringing this with me because today's my day off, but I'm running errands. So I'm gonna bring this with me, and I'm going to bring this bar with me. So it's a protein bar by Iron Vegan. So the same brand as the protein I use. It has 16 grams of protein, and it's really great at filling you up. So that brings me to my last piece of advice as to like how I deal with living as a vegan in a non-vegan world. And I think I already mentioned this, but it goes with like the whole don't tell people anything unless they ask. So this is one way of like just like showing how great it is to be vegan, because I'm walking around with 1 liter of juice. It's super refreshing, so hydrating, so good, and like people could see that. I'm just walking around with my reusable straw, drinking it when I'm running errands, and then people come up to you and they're like, what's in there? And you're like, well, there's a million fruits in here, and they get so intrigued. And it's a way of like, you know, bringing up how great it is to be vegan from love. And I know when you're going up to someone, because I've done it too, and you're like, you should do this, you're doing it from love because you do want everyone to be their best, but people tend to feel judged when you just offer like unsolicited advice. So just walking around like this and with your smoothie and whatever else you want to bring, your green water, all that stuff, it's a great way of just living your truth, of raising your vibration, having all this love around you, and then attracting all of like the questions from people. So yeah, that is my final piece of advice on how to live as a vegan in a non-vegan world. This is my lunch, and yeah. Yay, okay, so that was my breakfast and my lunch. For dinner, I'm actually not gonna eat at home. I'm gonna be going to a vegan Thai restaurant. I'm gonna probably have something super small, because even at vegan restaurants, they use like canola oil and stuff, like stuff you don't want to be eating. So I'm going more for like the social aspect, but not really for the food. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's super important to have moderation where, you know, like don't not eat at restaurants at all, but don't do it every week either. Make sure on the days, like that's my last piece of advice, make sure on the days that you do go out like for dinners that you eat a lot of healthy things at home. Make sure you take your vitamins, make sure you get all the healthy stuff throughout the day, so that, you know, like you could live in moderation and go out to a restaurant, have fun with your friends, you know, like still live your life. Don't like fall into it feels so good to eat this good, but don't fall into that being like your only thing. Yay, so I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me as much as I enjoyed spending the day with you. If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe. I post every Wednesday. and we could just like get inspired by each other. So don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I answer all of my comments as usual. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.